Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
African Oriental Store Africa fii si biir America ñu ngi leen fi amal seasoning ak lépp loo leen nama biir Gambia diwtiir ak bagaasi ndekki yi ngeen soxla can beef African Oriental Store andil na leen ko ci seen heavy boti ba tey it amal nañ leen netetu gerte noflaay yéet ndawal African Oriental Store nag mooy bitik bi nga xam ne lépp loo leen soxla mi ngi ci biir amal nañ leen maalo leket tame inde andi cuuraay waaye it fàttewuñ suñ góor yi nga xam ne ni den tele seen néegi sëy yi African Oriental Store indi na leen garab goo xam ne ni dina leen delloo seen kàttan ba tey it ñu ngi leen amal abaya dàll abaya boo munti xalaat bu jigéen ñu ngi ko fi am waaye it fàttewuñ góor ñi amal nañ leen xaftaan ñi amal nañ toobaan cuuraay African Oriental Store nag bagage yi nii fépp foo nekk si biir Canada bi ak US di nga ko mun a am ndaxte ñu ngi leen amal shipping African Oriental Store Africa si America fii si Everett Washington njaaxare jeex na.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer.
And benefit to the members. Over the years, we have observed with utmost delight an increase in youth participation in the trade fair consistent with the growth in number of youth-owned businesses. A trajectory very similar to the one we have seen with the women in prior years. In recognition of the growing need to support youth-owned businesses, the Gcci has partnered with the Youth Employment Project since 2017 to create a dedicated youth platform which is branded Allah. We therefore pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless the trade fair with barakah and tawfiq and benefits beyond all our expectations. Amen. And more so the management under the leadership of the Chief Executive Ali Seka for their tireless efforts in moving the agenda of the private sector forward. At this point, our thought and special prayers go out to the family of the and more so the management under the leadership of the Chief Executive Ali Seka for their tireless efforts in moving the agenda of the private sector forward. At this point, our thought and special prayers go out to the family of the late Hassan M.B. Jallo, a former treasurer of us, and also Alaji Ali Mboj, a past president who unfortunately we lost during the course of this year. Special commendation will go to the chairman of the Trade Fair Committee, Mr. Bajara Jabi, and his members. So, Mr. Jabi, we also acknowledge the support for their gallant organization of this trade fair under very strange and unprecedented conditions. We thank our hosts, the community of Bakau, and also the management and staff for this independent stadium for continuing to be our host over these years. We will continue to be the anchor and voice of businesses across all sectors and demographics in the Gambia. The essence of trade, ladies and gentlemen, trade that is embedded on fair principles is to ensure that we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. This is a quote from Winston Churchill, and hence my closing of this statement. I thank you very much for your kind attention. May Allah bless the 14th edition trade fair and the Gambia, our motherland. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Jërëjëf sa wax bi jar na yoon rafet na kontaan nañ.
Thank you very much, First Vice President Babukar Khan. On a similar vein, there's a saying that your strength often lies in your parents and those that have come either before you and that have served before you. I must acknowledge that GCCI continues to be encouraged, knowing that previous board members and CEOs, as well as past presidents, continue to accompany us on all occasions and events, major events that we have. Fellow past board presidents, as well as chief executives, we thank you for always being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, the next statement by the Honorable Minister of Trade Regional Integration, Industry and Employment will be read by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry. P.S. Sisao.
Thank you. The youngest PS. Tachulan ko wal tachulan wai.
Your Excellency, Mr. Adam Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, honorable ministers here present, the President and CEO of Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, board members of Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, members of diplomatic and consular corps, senior government officials here present, national and international participants, an outstanding partner to the government of the Gambia in shaping our businesses. And this has been clearly demonstrated by the stance and efforts made by the chambers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, Your Excellency, on behalf of the Minister, I want to reiterate the support of the Ministry to GCCI, not only as a private sector umbrella body, but also as an important stakeholder for the Ministry in promoting private sector development in the Gambia. Since last year, we've seen negative impact of COVID-19 pandemic on both our business and livelihood of our people. However, many of the required measures taken directly affected the business and flow of goods, particularly the food supply chain, have been very positive. All of us have seen the need to adjust and come up with innovative ways of supporting businesses and trade flows. to make our economy more resilient in the face of the pandemic. The Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment is therefore glad and wishes to thank the Gambia Chamber of Commerce for organizing this event. The trade fairs will continue to provide an excellent platform for our businesses to showcase their products and network those that have better understanding of the global distribution channel. This year's fairs is therefore special as is one way to boost confidence of businesses, particularly the micro, small, and medium enterprises. At this point, I want to reiterate government resolve to support the MSMEs to have serve as engines and bedrock of our economy in providing livelihood for the owners, as well as creating majority of jobs for our citizens. The ministry has thus been working closely with partners and stakeholders, both in public and private sector, to achieve this objective. Through the Gambia Revenue Authority, GRA, the government maintained flexible payment plan for the business community in terms of allowing more times to pay taxes and duties, as well as providing tax breaks to businesses struggling to generate profits to pay their taxes. GRA has also introduced 20% reduction of indicative CIF valuations of essential commodities to complement both the ministries and the GPA in providing priority berthing of vessels carrying essential commodities to reduce demurrage. Again, the removal of import restriction on certain basic commodities is also paying dividend. All these are down to ensure the continued supply of essential commodities at affordable price during difficult moments due to COVID and to support businesses and livelihood. The ministry is also aware of the need to invest in the long-term structural policy environment to create opportunity for digital and financial inclusions, as well as entrepreneurial skills and capacity development to support the business ecosystem in the Gambia. We are therefore working closely with Gcci on the implementation of business environment reform programs and the National Business Council. This is complemented with the ministry's engagement and collaboration with partners under the UNDP-funded entrepreneurship and private sector development projects. The YEP, that's Youth Empowerment Projects, the C-Trades in the Gambia project implemented by the ITC. All this intervention aims at providing direct support to strengthen production capacity of micro, small, medium enterprises, to improve the quality of their products, support market linkages, entrepreneurship, and skills development. Through this initiative, we are able to provide grants to many of the youth and women businesses. And we are able to support many as well to participate in trade fairs, particularly those of our own, like this one. Your Excellency, in conclusion, therefore let me take the opportunity on behalf of the Honorable Minister of Trade to once again thank the management and board of the GCCI, as well as sponsors for their excellent work, which made it possible for us to gather here today. I also wish to thank all participants of trade fairs for a successful exhibition and networking. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost there. For the next segment of today's event, which will be the handing over of a present from the Senegalo-Gambian Network of Women, I would like to ask the Chief Executive of the GCCI and also the Chairman of the Trade Fair Subcommittee to join me for the handing over. The Senegalo-Gambian Network of Women Entrepreneurs and Leaders have been partners of the GCCI for the past few years. In fact, their very first inauguration was done and held at the GCCI. It is in the spirit of this partnership that the association has made this special donation of disposable bins to be placed around the trade fair. Therefore, it is now my pleasure to call on the president or presidents of the network to kindly do the handing over ceremony. Chairman. Where's the bin?
Adi adu let's see. Yow pour sanga.
Thank you to the network of women entrepreneurs, Senegalo-Gambian entrepreneurs and leaders. Thank you again, CEO, and thank you, Chairman of the Trade Fair. In fact, the Trade Fair Chairman, this platform and this...
Ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely pleased to join you all for the 14th edition of the Trade Fair Gambia International. Happily, this year's trade fair follows the unfortunate cancellation of the 2020 event. It is for the reason that as chief patron of Gcci, I consider it especially necessary to come in person to demonstrate and express my government's firm solidarity with the business community. Last year, everyone in the world was affected by the pandemic in one way or another. Apart from loss of loved ones, livelihoods were either threatened or shattered. In the Gambia, as in many other developing countries, the economy is driven mainly by small businesses. Many of the women and youth running such businesses struggle to survive when the country and markets had to observe an extraordinary lockdown. Medium and large businesses alike suffer immensely because many of their customers either could not afford the goods and services offered or could not reach them physically. As a responsible government, we decided to support the people in various ways to the tune of $850 million. An additional $224 million, together with contributions from our partners, had to be spent for similar reasons. Today, it is refreshing to recall that, like all patriotic and concerned citizens, the GCCI complemented government efforts with the Businesses Against COVID-19 initiative. The $20 million raised by the Chamber in partnership with UNDP was quite substantial. I have taken note of the way the money was wisely disbursed, and we applaud the Chamber for the keen sense of responsibility that prompted the initiative. The tremendous support rendered to the prison service, the complete rehabilitation of the forced treatment center at the sanatorium, the supplies and equipment donated to the health sector, the support to the local councils for their communities, and the sensitization activities executed were all suitably targeted. Impressively too, the GCCI made its trade fair site and equipment available for their welfare. With many female entrepreneurs and young persons linked to small and medium enterprises, forming a large part of the exhibitors, we hope that the 3 weeks ahead will bring the public together to discover what our local entrepreneurs and companies, as well as the regional entrepreneurs and international companies, have to offer. I encourage both parties to make the most of the opportunities available for networking, matchmaking, and discovery, among others. I wish and pray that all the participants, both citizens and non-citizens, have a very successful trade fair. While acknowledging that the Chamber has taken measures to organize a safe fair, I must remind all participants and visitors to respect the WHO and government protocols of wearing masks and hand washing and safe distancing. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is now my delight to officially declare the 2021 GCCI Trade Fair open. Today we are making history here. I don't know whether it is a coincidence or it is arranged, but all the speakers who are supposed to speak here today, it is myself, Babukar Khan, and Sidi Keita. We are all former mates of Muslim High School, 1988. Thank you.
Your Excellency, we are honored once again. Thank you very, very much.
Soldier.
Working backwards with the families to do advocacy so that we can export more of their products. But the aflatoxin level is too high, so nobody's focused because maybe 25-30% of some of the costs go into bag, and that's expensive. So we can bring the vessels. Exactly. The focus is imports. We hope to start from yes, that's the ground. Not at all, there's nobody. So why can't we do the all summer partnership between us? No. What has Kula got to do with it? So you are not part of I'm scared. Suzanne.
Président Barrow président yi jigéen ñi bilaay Barrow yaa sagal jigéen ñi bilaay Barrow yaa ñu taxawu yaa ñu tax a ñeme yaa ñu tax a liggéey xam kay
élection bu ngay ñëw na ko jigéen ñi fay bor na ko jigéen ñi fay bor de élection bu ngay ñëw dañ ko fay bor añu ba bari dañu ko defal
You're welcome.
So you are number one.
Yes, we are always number one.
Always number one. Okay. How are you doing? Are you working with us? Okay. Thank you. Yes. They always go into quality. That's why they got you. I said that's why they got you. Yes, yes, okay.
ñëw leen fii waaw ñu ngi nii waaw ñebe baa ngi nii ñebe baa ngi nii gerte baa ngi nii dege baa ngi nii waaw tàccu leen bara 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 bara
I saw you in Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt. Yeah, and our president King Gcci, he say you are the best in Africa.
I know.
Yes.
He's my friend.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All this one, it's from Egypt.
Yes, okay.
We have all this one, it's Egyptian items. We come from Egypt. Come, sir. Look, mister. We have here nice shisha pipe, nice watches, nice frame, Quran. All this one, it's a real Quran. Look, boss. This one, Kul A'udhu Birabbil Nas. This for tissue box. Different design. It's original from Egypt. All this one, it's Egyptian made. This too? Okay. So I have this design. And I do have also nice Quran like this one. If you like.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Ma Barrow jigéeni Gambie yëpp sa jigéen leen dang leen saf ñu saf la mbir mi moom safante la maa la ko wax boobu nga bëgg tegal sa baaraam maa ngeen ñëw di nga déggaat beneen
kontaan naa si yéen
lii gam seen la bii bu réew mi la
yaa moom bii moom
bii moom bu réew mi la waaye jërëjëf gam sel
You are ready? You are ready? Yes.
You have to be Can you? You can even do that.
Hey, President Barrow. Jigéen ñi Gambie yëpp sa jigéen lañ dang leen saf ñu saf la billahi mbir mi safal tela
golle ji hew yannanta ko Gambia naaɗo tigi golle ɗum ɗo paquet joni no yeeya wayno joni sukaɓe ɓe no heeɓa golle soɓranima weltare tigi onon kandi on jarama mbiɗe daara programme o ne weltimi ne waɗa ko encourage watto woto mbaɗa farmata toñama o wi caméra wumani
jarama Barrow président what is your impression after conducting a tour of the trade fair
cooperation is very, very good. As president and chief patron of the Gcci, that's why this year I said I have to come and support them. And going round, seeing what the Gambians are doing, I think we are really, really happy. We are impressed because they are doing a lot of things and they are creating jobs. And the packaging also, I'm very, very impressed with the packaging. I think going forward, in the next 2-3 years, you see a big difference in this country.
Okay, considering the fact that most of the participants are young people, what is your impression in relation to that? Because if you look at young people now,
that's why I'm really happy, because if you look at our population, about 60 to 65% are young people. If young people are involved, young people...
It is reasonable, you know, but if they can also bring down the price a little bit just for the startups, you know, it will be fine. Yeah.
So, what would be your advice to GCCI in order to improve on next?
Okay. Well, for me, I think the only thing they should work on is, you know, the electricity is really bad, you know, especially year before last we were here also, and the electricity was really bad. But apart from that, I think, you know, everything is fine. They should also work on the security, you know, because, you know, we have so many expensive stalls here, and then you might not just want to keep your thing inside here, and then in the morning you come back and, you know, without seeing it. So I think they should work on the electricity and the security. That's all. But apart from that, everything is okay. Yeah, people are
one of the
selling. Exactly. Yeah. All right, you're welcome. And say hi to Pausman. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. How are you? My name is Sergey, and I manage ABCG Enterprise. We are a company that deals with energy efficient cook stoves. As you can see, these are energy efficient cook stoves. Its efficiency is about 50%, and then it can also reduce CO2 by 50%. It is a combination of clay and then metal. It is fired to about 1000 degrees Celsius. Yeah.
So how far did you see the trade fair?
Well, it's going on fine. People are coming. During the day, you don't see a lot of people. But as time goes on, when people close from work, they're always here. And then the phone aspect as well. And then the sales, they are really coming on very fine. Yeah.
You as a young person, and then, you know, giving a store by under the Take a Fee initiative, how do you see that?
Well, I think that's a very great initiative because they've been doing very well, and they've been sponsoring the young entrepreneurs to motivate them. We're calling on them so that they will do more of this next year, so that it will also benefit others. But we are very, very impressed, and then we are grateful for the opportunity as well. Yeah.
A lot of people also say that the stalls are expensive.
Yeah, that's what people actually said, because they're expensive. But then if you look at the place, most of us here, we are under sponsorship. That's if they can reduce it, I think that will go a long way in also promoting other business to come here to also do business. Yeah.
So what would be your general advice to GCCI in order to improve on in next trade fair?
Well, I think so far so good. The place is well secured, and then I think people are coming as usual, and then they've given us other promotional materials that we are using here. I think so far so good. I think we are impressed with what we've seen. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family